Hi, and welcome to the Ninja Baseball Spirits Kickstarter campaign. My name is Dave Cook. I'm a comic writer from Scotland. You might have seen a few of my campaigns recently on Kickstarter, including the cyberpunk comic series Killtopia, the side-scrolling beat-em-up comic BPM Beatdowns Per Minute, and most recently, the horror comic Deadliner. I'm also the writer of a gaming history book about the entire history of the side-scrolling beat-em-up genre, and it's called Go Straight, the Ultimate Guide to Side-Scrolling Beat-em-Ups, and it's available now from Bitmap Books. So I have a big interest in the side-scrolling beat-em-up genre, and I used to be a games journalist about 10 years ago. And through that work, I met a guy called Drew Maniscalco, and he's the creator and designer of a game called Ninja Baseball Batman. It was an arcade beat-em-up that came out in 1993. It was developed by Irem Japan, who you may know as the developers of Undercover Cops and most famously R-Type. They have a great history of games, so if you're into retro gaming, definitely check it out. But I particularly love Ninja Baseball Batman because it plays a bit like Streets of Rage, a little bit like Ninja Turtles. It's just really wacky, it plays well, and I would 100%, you've got to check this game out if you love the genre. It's a must play. But through my work as a games journalist, I met Drew and we started chatting and we kept in touch over the years. And then I moved into comics and I thought, hey Drew, can I make a comic about Ninja Baseball Batman? And he said yes. So this is what this Kickstarter campaign is all about. Myself, my BPM artist Steve Gregson, Drew, and a few other people who we'll get to in a minute have all teamed up together to make a reboot/retelling of the original Ninja Baseball Batman game. So without further ado, we're going to have a closer look at the game and the comic itself. Enjoy. The plot of the Ninja Baseball Batman arcade game opens with 6 golden relics being stolen from the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Commissioner of Baseball hires 4 all-star players to get them back. Each of the 4 characters have their own playstyles and personalities. For example, Jose is the captain, and he's the all-rounder. Twin Bats Rhino is the fast, cheeky character, a bit like Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Beanball Roger is the tank class, and Stick Straw is a bit like Donatello from the Ninja Turtles arcade game, in that his baseball is really long, like a bow staff. The game then sees the ninjas road tripping across America to get the relics back, and each stage is based in a different American city, with lots of parodies as well. For example, San Francisco is full of killer smog clouds, to sort of make light of the pollution in places like Hollywood. There's also Las Vegas, Seattle, and other places too. Along the way, the ninjas fight a variety of crazy and wild bosses, which I won't spoil here, but after you beat them, you get one of the relics back, and it all culminates in an epic showdown to save the spirit of baseball itself. This plot is heavily expanded in our comic, Ninja Baseball Spirits. The story opens with the Canadian hockey team basically getting revenge against the sport of baseball by stealing each of the relics. The main villain behind all of this is a bit of a mystery for now, but in issue 1 you see him teaming up with King Babe, the Dark Lord of Baseballs. Why does he do this? Well, basically, the baseballs themselves are just bored of being hit around for hours. So they want to crush the game of baseball, strip it right back down to its roots, so they can rebuild a new game free from rules and regulations where anything goes and cheaters can always win. Months pass and the spirit of baseball is really weakened. The stands are empty, nobody wants to support the favourite team anymore, and even the players themselves are losing their love for the game. Just like in the game, the Commissioner of Baseball summons 4 all-star players to his office. He gives them 4 special championship rings which turn them into the Ninja Baseball Spirits. This time around, Jose is the captain, but he's brand new to being a captain. He's a bit unsure and not as confident as he was in the game. Along the way, he has to learn the virtues of teamwork and leadership. Next up is Beanball Roger, a brash, no-nonsense brute. Basically, he only really cares about food and basically bullies Jose a lot because he sees him as a weak leader. Next up is Straw, the most tactical player in the league. Basically, he's a genius and he can assess any situation to figure out the best play, and this even includes massive battles, of which there are many in the comic series. The 4th ninja, but by no means least, is Rhino. He's kind of the goofball of the team, just like he was in the arcade game, but he has a really emotional backstory, which you'll see in the 2nd issue. We actually have a new character as well. Her name is Lizzie, and she's the captain of the Atomic Cheer Squad. Armed with her hypersonic t-shirt cannon, Lizzie and her crew always have the ninjas back, and whenever they get into trouble, you can always depend on them to save them. Just like the game, each new issue of Ninja Baseball Spirits takes place in a different city, and sees the ninjas fighting against a different evil sports team. On top of the ice hockey barbarians that you see in issue 1, we also have a killer basketball team, a deadly esports team, and more. So if you're a fan of like any kind of sports, or even just esports in general, there's lots of in-jokes and fun that you can expect from the series. So that should give you a decent introduction into what the game is all about and what the comic's all about. But really, if you're not into the sport of baseball at all, or you've never heard of Ninja Baseball Batman at all, there's loads of stuff in here that any fan of retro gaming and side-scrolling beat-em-ups and sport in general are going to enjoy. There's references, bad puns, lots of fight scenes, and even lots of stuff that like nods back to our childhood. Things like Saturday morning cartoons, like Ninja Turtles, of course, is a big influence. Power Rangers, all that good stuff gets like it's time to shine here. So it's just a very nostalgic, kind of goofy, kind of fun comic that everyone can enjoy. So we're going to close this video with a little look at some of the rewards that you can get for backing the campaign. There's some art prints in there and some other good stuff as well. So stay tuned, have a look, and if you back the campaign, thank you so much. It really means a lot to us. Until next time, thank you very much. Bye-bye.